couple more matches at least. So let's get hyped one more time. How are you guys feeling? Woo! All right, good enough for me. Let's start with the opponent on the left side here. Hailing from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, it is Pink! And standing right behind me, once again, you guys know him. I hear you calling his name. Hailing from the hometown, Regina, Saskatchewan, it is Wake! All right, and with that, we'll send it right back to the casters.
So, I mean, once again, we got some very hyped matches. And like you said, this is a great storyline match, too. I mean, this is one of the bigger tournaments that we've seen in Saskatchewan. And this is the time for Wake to really prove himself in this one, to really overcome that demon that he's been looking at for a long time. And, I mean, we do see that Mario Cloud matchup that you were talking about here. Yeah. And now this is really the go button right now. And they're going to start off in a very, very quick footing here, and they're both trying to make some very good moves, and Mario's all about those grabs too, so he's really going to be trying to get a handle on this Cloud, who can be very fast if he wants to.
One thing that I want to see is if Wake plays similar to Solarius in the last matchup, or if Cloud uses his limit offensively. You said that Wake is a close friend of yours. What do you think he's going to do in this matchup? Is he saving it for recovery?
Generally, Wake is known for using his limit very, very liberally. He is very confident in his reads on his opponent, and if he thinks he can get a hit, he'll use it, and honestly, usually it won't hit. But that's besides the point. Right now, we're looking at a very even match on Final Destination. Interesting Game 1 pick, I think, because Cloud and Mario benefit a lot from the same things, from comboing on platforms and from being able to run to platforms to charge their abilities. So it's interesting that they ended up going to FD with no platforms at all.
Oh, there's that kill.
Very nice read. Beautiful. Very nice read on that one, and he was able to get a clean limit break on that, and that's going to be a nice advantage coming out here right away for Wake. Mario's still going to be looking for those grabs. He wants to try and apply as much damage as he can right away and try and get this back to a one-stock-apiece game, but, I mean, he might have a tough time here with Cloud, really trying to keep the distance, get that limit charge back up so he's got some additional buffs for himself. And it's looking like a tough matchup so far.
I think Wake is sitting at about up smash percent right about now, so Pink is definitely going to be looking for it, but of course, oh wow, there's that, liberal limit usage that I was talking about. There's a forward smash, not actually going to kill. Good DI from Wake.
But yeah, he's going to just use the water gun there, try and get some more distance there, but he's going to be able to fight his way, but just sets himself up, tees off, and gets the kill, sets it back to one stock apiece. 60, though, in the favor of Cloud, and he's going to have to really watch his back on this one because Cloud's definitely looking for the kill shot.
Yeah, I don't actually think I've seen a Cloud personally lose a series when I've been casting, so I'm really curious if Pink can get these combos off with the Mario and prove me wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just going to be a very strong matchup here. He's just going to keep looking for this up-close and personal battle. He's going to really look for the juggles in the air as he had a lot of damage there early on, and he's just going to keep looking for those side Bs to get him off the edge of the platform, those blast zones.
One thing I've been seeing a lot of is that Pink has been making very liberal usage of a move, that Mario isn't generally considered very good for Mario, which is his F smash, and he's actually using it very well to cover those auto-canceled down airs from Wake, which are usually very hard to punish without any big, huge, disjointed hitbox. Oh.
Wow! That was a huge edge guard. That was humongous.
That was a very clean play there, honestly, from Pink. And yeah, I mean, that was a great turnaround.
Even though that was a very close game, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Wake and even maybe Pink changing characters depending on what stage they go to. Wake has many characters in his pocket. He is most known for his Sheik, is his tried and true main, but he also has solid other characters like his Ike. And Pink might switch his character even though he won, he might switch his character based on where they go. For instance, if they go to a tri-plat like Dreamland or Battlefield, I'm guessing we're going to see the ZSS come out. Or if we go to a stage like Smash or FD again, we might see even a Bowser Jr. or a Corrin.
I'm really hoping for the Zero Suit Samus, because that's a character that I know quite a bit about.
Yeah, and I mean, just having the variability coming into this one, and we are going to see the same matchup here, but we're just going to have it on a little bit different one. We're going to see these platforms being a factor into this one. And I mean, they are going to have some repercussions because they are playing these same characters, but normally these guys, you just see them on Final Destination. No platforms on that one, but now we see the change-up.
Yeah, so that to me says that the Mario in pink, or pink on the Mario, chose the Final Destination, and I think it's a large part due to the fact that we see the liberal use of the limit from Wake. He wants to remove those platforms, and Wake wants to go to the platforms because he wants to charge his limit as much as possible because he's using it all the time.
And I mean, that's definitely a good call for that one, but I mean, you can have some flexibility with that limit break. So now he's got it, and it seems like, oh, there he
Oh,
is.
the last hit.
Tail end. Walks right into that one, and yeah, very unfortunate, applying a lot of damage early on here, and that's going to be a great combo. Get yourself, a nice advantage so you can try and find that execute that you're looking for. And he might be able to find it pretty soon here as they are setting it up. They're moving it definitely away from that middle section, and they're going to try and find their way back to the edge here as Mario is definitely looking to trade back some damage here. 93% though, and that might be what we're looking for. But that limit break is completely charged up, and he might be looking for it.
He actually missed a ledge trump there where he goes to try and steal the ledge from him, and he screwed it up so that he ran down and had to burn the limit because of it. Very costly mistake from Wake.
I'm waiting for the back air from Wake. That's been like the signature kill move that I've seen at these high percentages. Let's see if he pulls it out, or if he's looking for the down B, or if he's looking for anything.
And yeah, he's just going to try and, guard that edge as best as he can, but that's not really Cloud's forte as we see this one coming in here, and he's just going to be able to still not be able to knock him out there. Yeah, that was pretty close. 142% is going to be very... And if that's able to turn it around there, that's a very bad news here for the Cloud. But able to recover quite well, just barely grabbing onto that edge. But that limit break's charged up now. Might see them,
Oh,
he
what
gets
a read!
it!
Wow! He knew that Pink was going to roll out there. That was amazing. That's actually something that I've seen a lot in this game. I don't think that Wake is playing any cleaner than he was in the last game, any technically better or anything, but he has just been getting the reads on Pink. He's got the download complete. He understands what Pink is looking for in every situation.
I was gonna ask, at what point do we start to wonder if that demon starts to come back in Wake? And I feel like with that read, I don't think that demon exists.
Yeah, he's definitely finding a lot there, and exactly like you said, just finding the reads that he needs to be able to execute a lot of these big plays. And I mean, that's what it's all about at this point. Once you're able to execute, then your just confidence goes up so much more. And then, I mean, he's a guy who's very liberal with those limit breaks. I mean, if he's got the confidence, those could really pay off.
This next hit is going to be big for either player. Both are really in kill percent right now. If Wake gets a read with his limit, it could be curtains for Pink's last stock.
Yeah, those platforms just coming in handy there and forcing him not to charge that limit break or really expunge it at all, but he's just going to keep holding onto it here and not getting, just completely whiffs it there, but trying to get the read, not executing quite as well, and that's going to be going back in the favor there, but that's still 70%. We still see a Mario in kill range with the Cloud being at 0%. So, still a lot of breathing room here for him. And, I mean, just got to keep playing it in a very, very cautious manner, and, I mean, kind of calculated, and just hope for the best here at this point and charge that limit break up until you're able to find that opportunity for yourself again. And, I mean, time is really on Cloud's side right now.
Yeah, I think we're going to start to see the back airs, the limit charges, and we're going to see the flashy play. I think Wake wants to get the energy in the room on his side, and there it is!
He's finding it.
Oh, it doesn't kill. That limit neutral B is actually deceptively bad at killing. Oh, wow, and a down smash read. There we go.
There we go.
Side of the stage.
Pretty interesting, the limit break not able to do it, but I mean, just the down be able to, really get that final oomph that you need to get him off that side of the map. But, I mean, still bringing the set back to the 1-1 here. Very good showing here for both of them. Like you said, second game, able to find those reads.
So now, like I said in the first game, I'm definitely pretty confident that there is going to be a character switch here. Now that Pink is able to pick a stage of his choice, I wouldn't be surprised if he chooses to go to one of those triplats, Dreamland or Battlefield, and pick his ZSS, who is just exceptional on both of those stages.
And I mean, that's going to be definitely a whole different beast to kind of tackle. I mean, very different strategies when you're playing against that instead of playing against something like the Mario. I mean, who's looking for those grabs. I mean, there's a very, very fast champion when you come into the Zero Suit Samus. And I mean, looking for those grabs, looking for those combos, and that's just going to be what it's all about.
I heard those champion spams, and there it is. The Sheik has entered the building, and we are back to Lilac.
So yeah, it's Sheik, but it's into the Mario again. So like you were saying before, this is a much worse matchup. So could you kind of go into some of the nuances about why this matchup might be so bad for the Sheik as opposed to the Cloud?
So Cloud actually does an amazing job against Mario. Mario is a short, fat plumber who can't move very fast and can't hit very far. So Cloud's big sword and fast movement kind of just lets him run all over the place against Mario and just avoid anything from Mario. Whereas Sheik is very easy to kill early. She's combo food. It's as long as Mario is able to get in, it's a pretty good matchup for Mario.
One thing that I really like seeing from Wake is, to be honest, it might be a symptom of the character itself, but his Sheik looks so clean. It's so fast, precise. He's ready to move. He knows exactly where he's gonna go, and now he's just playing with his food.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of biding time around the edges of the map there. But 94 to 77% here, you can kind of play it a little bit more cautiously if he wants to, and that might be the kill. They're actually very, very close, but 107 there, definitely in a bad spot here for Wake. That range is very dangerous against the Mario.
I think on Town and City, we would have seen the kill there, but because we have a higher ceiling, we don't see the kill. The percentage wasn't high enough, and Mario's gonna have to try again if he wants to kill this Sheik.
And, you know, just getting that chip damage with the shurikens there, just able to, but the blanket not going to be enough there. The cape coming out again and again, but still not able to quite find that reflection that he's looking for against these projectiles. But we're just going to see right now, and he's going to get the ground game, try and find that up combo, turned around, actually.
That was very smart to go for the up air there after the missed up air from 08, because he was so high up that even a weak hit like up air was able to kill him just because he was right next to the blossom.
And that's going to be a nice return kill there for Wake, using the map to his advantage there. And we are going to find it reset to 0-0, a nice neutral state for both of these guys, and a good reset as far as the momentum goes.
Honestly, with that stock death, like, the series has just completely evened up. It's 1-1. The stocks were 0-0. The match is basically starting from here.
Yeah, and I mean, we can definitely look at it that way too, but I mean, you can't really count out what these guys were doing in these previous matches here. I mean, we just came off of Wake taking off that big game there and finding some good combos in there as well.
Like you said before, Wake has been playing Cloud all day, and he was playing Cloud at the start of this set too. And now that I'm seeing his Sheik, one interesting thing is that I think it's getting a lot cleaner as this game is progressing. At the start, he was, you know, falling for a lot of silly Mario combos that he shouldn't really get hit by, but now he's playing really clean, really patient as he warms up on the character.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of re-recognizing some of the physics of the champ, or the character, you know, realizing just their jump, everything like that, the recovery, all the ranges that you can be in and stuff like that. It takes a little bit of time to warm back up to that, and he definitely seems like he is, because just getting that return combo and finding the 123% here on the Mario, but that's a very dangerous move, and finding himself back on the map here. And, you know, they're just playing the edge game here, but it's still very, very close game. As we were saying before, Sheik, very easy champion to knock off this map here, especially in the range that she's in.
We're starting to see the starships, and Mario's at a really high percentage. We need to be very careful that the map doesn't kill Mario.
Pig for a while there was doing a very good job of keeping Wake at the edge.
Oh,
wow, that actually almost
bless.
worked. But now Wake has gotten back on stage and he's back in control. Sheik has a very tough time killing at a percent like this. None of her usual confirms work, so she has to go for, you know, some weird things or some hard reads.
Yeah, so, I mean, finding those very dangerous plays like that diamond cutter there that we saw, I mean, it can be a very tough position for yourself, but still just continuing to really punish this Mario right now and find a lot of advantages for yourself. 150, and that's going to be, hopefully, still able to recover off that one. This map just working its wonders here for Pink, just able to bring it back again and again, but sitting at a very high percentage.
Wake really wants this kill. He's looking for it so bad. He felt that he's been cheated the last 2 times. I think he wants this.
He absolutely does. I mean, he's definitely got blood in his mouth, and he's looking for the kill. He's just got to find that execution, and he's going to find it.
Almost
so
kills there.
close.
He's at such a high percent. Almost anything.
There
There's the
it
aerial.
is.
Wow.
Right there.
That was a beautiful aerial chase by Wake. That was absolutely
We actually
fantastic.
saw Wake stand up as he's getting ready to go, because he knew once that hit was registered, this game is over.
Yeah.
You can tell just how tight the series is by how much water Wake is drinking right now. I mean, he's sweating bullets, all right? It's intense series, intense games, and they're very close.
Paul with IKS actually made a really good point this morning. Wake is probably the most hydrated person in the room.
For sure, yeah,
Shout
absolutely.
outs to Spiky Mike. Drink water, everyone. It's important. Stay hydrated.
Exactly. Stay safe out there,
Look
guys.
at that water bottle.
Yeah.
Look at the secret MVP of the weekend. That gigantic water. That was full. I don't know if he's emptied it at least twice, maybe.
I don't know, man, but he's thirsty for water, but he's also thirsty for the win here. So let's kind of break down that last match. So, I mean, he did switch to the Sheik. Do you think that there's the chance that he's going to stay on that character?
I think most likely he will stay on the character. Most likely what happens here is that Pink, now that he's lost twice with his Mario, he's going to counterpick it to a triplat, go ZSS, and on a triplat, generally, Wake would want to stay Sheik because Sheik is very good at playing patient with those platforms.
I love how we keep going to the camera just as he's drinking. And Wake's like, what's going on? I'm just trying to hydrate, man. Leave me alone.
But yeah, so you were predicting the switch to the Zero Suit Samus.
Absolutely wrong.
Absolutely wrong. We're about to see what they actually decided to pop
They
in
went
here.
to Town and City, and it's going to be back to the Cloud Mario, actually.
Back to the Cloud Mario, back to that comfort. I mean, like you were saying though before, I mean, he did just come off of a win on Cloud in that previous one. I mean, and the Sheik was getting cleaner and cleaner as the match went on, but I mean, obviously feeling that preference towards those power moves and letting Mario kind of run himself into the damage. As we saw a couple times with those limit breaks, I mean, just, you know, the traction kind of hurting Mario a little bit.
This is really surprising to me because I feel like this was a stage selection for Pink, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he basically just gave Cloud an opportunity to charge his limit. We know the fact that Wake has been using his limit consistently. So this almost feels like a little bit of a, if I'm going to get back into this series, I'm going to prove it in a big way.
Yeah, so this was actually Wake's counterpick game 2. So if Pink wins here, it's like he's going back to game 2, redoing it all over again, and all he has to do is win on another one of Wake's counterpicks to, win it all.
I mean, obviously, once you kind of think back on the game, you can kind of recognize some of the mistakes he might have made. So this game definitely seems like a statement one where he's trying to kind of fix some of those small, minor missteps that he might have made previously and kind of bring it back.
And we talk about the fact that Wake has used his limit limitlessly, and he just hasn't used it yet. He's waiting for the recovery. He hasn't used it, and I'm actually a little bit surprised, especially since he has the platforms to charge it.
I think now that he's up 2-1, he's, playing a little bit safer, trying to oh, there's the limit. But
And
still,
throws it out.
Still, he's playing a little bit safer. Also, maybe was used to Sheik, where he can play a lot more patient with his charge moves versus Cloud.
That was a really nice dodge.
I mean, there was also the fact that in the last game we saw just how many times he was able to use that limit break, but still not quite get Mario off. So I think he's just wanting to really get that guarantee that he's looking for. Even though this is a smaller blast zone, I think he just wants to make sure that if he uses that limit break, it's gonna actually get the execution.
You look a little upset about what just happened there.
There was just some very, very close calls on some kills that I was very shocked in. Oh wow!
There's the limit kill. Boom! Headshot.
All the way across the stage and still able to kill Mario at 140. No way he can survive that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing about Cloud, though. I mean, that limit break is going to be a huge factor. And, I mean, once you find him into that range, pretty much most abilities on Cloud are going to be, potentially the killing blow. So you've got to be very, very careful with the way you play. But, I mean, still using the limit break in that situation, definitely going to guarantee it.
Oh,
and, a nice return there from Pink. Going to get this back into a, pretty much close back to the one stock.
And we heard a really important keyword from the audience there: punish. Mario punished the Cloud there for that. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Pink was actually, I think, conditioning him there. He went for down throw almost 3 times in a row, and every single time went for a really weird up air follow-up, and was able to finally get Wake to, fast fall, DI down, and air dodge. And from that, he was able to get a forward smash.
So, I mean, yeah, just playing it out very well. Exactly, reading those things about your opponent, just the patterns, the things that you're looking for in that regard.
This is going to look really tight for Pink. He's at a high percentage. He's got 1 stock. He's down in the series 2-1. Wake has the limit. He's looking for the kill.
Oh, he just lets it rip there. Oh, wow, he's really looking for the kill opportunity. He's going for every single kill. Oh, up B, not going to kill.
Not going to be quite enough yet. I mean, Cloud was only at around 60 at the start of that combo. He's still got to look for a little bit more, but next time that lands, that could be it.
One interesting thing is that now that we're back to the platform version of Town and City, which has been the version that Wake has been succeeding a lot more on, whereas Pink has been succeeding a lot more on the FD version, where it's no platforms at all.
I'm looking for that back air. We're at that high enough percentage. Cloud's looking for the kill. I feel like that's going to be the move that finishes this series. And from the Mario, I honestly feel like it's going to be the combo kill.
And
wow, there's the back air.
That's
Wow.
going to be
That was it. That's exactly what we were looking for.
Wake is going to take the win in that one. Obviously, Hydration Station going to be the way to go.
Great set there. And yeah, wow, that was really, really close. I'm very surprised that Pink stayed Mario for so long. He has so many other great characters, and he also has a Sheik that he is very good at the Sheik Ditto in and very good at Sheik Cloud in, so I don't know why none of those characters came out.
Well, thankfully, Pink does have another chance, but when we come back, we're actually going to switch up the caster station. I'm going to step away. We're going to bring someone else in, and when we come back, we're going to go into our next top 8 matches.